España en los libros.
La box.
Welcome to the United States of Formula One. Follow us for more F1 coverage. Now your hosts, Nicky and Cookie. Take it away, boys.
Welcome to the United States of Formula One. Nicky.
Cookie.
Spain is...
In los libros.
I don't even know what that means.
It means it's in the books, brother.
That's what I'm talking about. Did you love it? Did you like it? I know it was your first time.
Yeah, no. I mean, after Monaco,
Yeah, well,
I
Monaco
think
was boring.
we could have been painting your basement and I would have had more fun. But no, it was exciting. It was from the beginning, first lap. We'll get into that. Tons of chaos in the first lap, tons of chaos later on. It was a little bit mundane, laps 2 through 50. But you just bookend it, libro it.
Yeah, well, we were at the camper cooking breakfast, so it worked out perfectly because we didn't have to pay attention to the entire race. It was just kind of on in the background.
I just took 2 through 50 off, personally. Just flirted with your wife.
Yeah.
Who won the race?
Oh, a person that we probably should give apologies to, Oscar Piastri.
It's getting a little warm in here.
We both said that he was going to finish like outside of the podium.
It wasn't
maybe out of sixth
No,
place.
we weren't picking on him, but it was just when we placed our picks for the winner and the podium, for some reason we both left him out entirely.
Yeah.
Because, he's had a crappy season.
Terrible.
This is only his 5th win.
Yeah. 9 races.
He's only been
5 wins.
first or third every single race.
Except for the first. Except for Australia.
But he still eked out 10th
Yeah.
after his little spinskis.
And look what he says on the radio. Now, we can't say some of it because it's a little vulgar. Now, Oscar Piastri, he doesn't seem like the kind of person that would swear, but I love that he
He's
did.
so level-headed.
Yeah.
He
He
is
is.
so chill and level-headed. He is the opposite of Max Verstappen.
Complete opposite of old Maxi Poo.
And I'll tell you what, I'm starting to not like that guy. Originally I put him in that, I said from the beginning, in that Tiger Woods, LeBron James. He's so good that he's easy to hate. But now he's easy to hate because of his antics. Do you disagree?
I disagree. I think that he's passionate. And we're going to get more into that later.
As passionate as you are right now.
Passionate.
How did the grid lay out?
Oh, I loved it because the slowest person out in qualifying, your favorite racer, Yuki Tsunoda.
He's not my favorite racer. I just have, Yuki has a place in my heart.
Yeah.
It's a small,
It's 20th place.
it's the 20th place in my heart.
Oh, no. I felt bad because of the Saints being signs. So I want to get kicked out again.
You're about to get another ban from the show. I'm going to bring Boogie
Boogie's
back.
coming back.
It's Carlos Sainz.
Carlos Sainz. Being his home track, starting 18th wasn't great.
No, it was terrible for him. It was awesome for Nico. Not in qualifying, but we'll get into that little baby in a little bit. What did we expect? This was the first time that we had Piastri, Norris, qualifying 1-2, locking out that front row. According to my records, you say, first time since 1998.
Yes.
27 years since McLaren had locked out that front row. P1, P2 have been waiting for it, and we expected a battle. Did we get a battle?
No, because Lando Norris doesn't know how to start a race. I'll just leave it at that. He can't start a race.
No, he dropped back. Immediately he went from 2nd to 4th?
I can't remember, but he wasn't battling with Piastri.
No. And then by the time he worked his way back up to 2nd, Piastri was already far ahead, and then there was no one. I mean, he wasn't like he was 20 seconds ahead, but he was constantly 3, 4, 5 seconds ahead. He just cruised clean air, as the boys say.
Clean air.
Were you proud of your handsome fella, Charles Leclerc?
Absolutely. So was my wife.
Oh, yeah.
So
She was super excited.
Yeah, that's her favorite.
I think that's every woman's favorite racer.
Well, he's a good-looking man.
Fernando Alonso?
Yeah, whatever. No, good job, Alonso. He deserved it.
You'll see, points. And everyone knows Max was 10th. We'll get into that. We got a lot of stuff we're going to get into. I want to give a quick shout out to Isaac Hajar.
And I'm going to give a shout out to Pierre Gasly for putting some points.
Finally.
For Alpine.
Helping Alpine out. But Hajar is I'd say the halfway point, third of the way point, Kimi Antonelli. Antonelli was doing it early on. He's fading. It's not all his fault.
No,
a
it's
lot
not.
of issues with the Mercedes car right now, but he's with RB.
Yeah.
With the babies.
Well, he won't be next year, so that's good.
You've said that, and I think that's an easy thing to say.
No. Look at that.
Look at him.
Double point.
Look at him
double podium points. Look at that car. Look at that
Look at
car
them
back in
getting out.
1998.
They're getting out at the same time. Yeah. Oh, that is crazy.
Yeah.
Look at that vehicle.
It's going to be even different.
Can't believe it's the same sport.
Yeah.
Technology is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Double podium. Started 1-2, finished 1-2.
Yeah.
I mean, I would say that was the greatest moment, but that was the greatest moment.
What, the people that got out in Q1? Or
Okay.
I was cheering. I was cheering.
I know. He gives me a hard time, but he loves Nico. Not as much as I do, but he loves. Dude starts in 16th, out in Q1, right? Mm-hmm. Then first lap goes from 16 to 10. Like I said, there was a lot of chaos in that first lap. 16 to 10. Then later on, he's in 8th place, when the safety car came in?
Yep. 8th place. He was guaranteed 8th place.
And I was content with that.
Yep.
I was like, 8th place, I'm completely fine with that. Let's do it. And then when everyone goes in pits, everyone's, Max has to put on the hards because that's all they had left. We'll get into that. Guys are putting on used softs.
Used softs,
It's just
yep.
what they had left from qualifying. Nico's like, I got fresh softs because I was
out in Q1.
I was out in Q1.
Yeah.
Sitting there smoking a stogie. I got all the tires to choose from. I think I have 9 sets of softs I can pick from. Puts them on there. Dude passes Hamilton
I was
late.
going to say, that was my favorite part. We were cheering. I was like, if he can pass Hamilton, and he did.
I lost my shit.
Yeah.
And when he passes a 7-time world champion on those fresh softs and goes to P5, 10 points. 10 points.
And that shows you the amount of tire degradation and the speed that those tires can give those cars.
Yes.
So.
And I mean, I don't want to sound creepy, but I was stalking his Instagram and Facebook, and I was hearting, and I commented on one. I called him a legend. I was hoping he would comment me back.
He didn't, did he?
Did not.
Okay.
I actually think he blocked me.
He's officially blocked by Nico.
I have the creepy mustache going. I posted a picture and a thong to him. I think it's normal.
No, I think it's 100% normal. I would do the same exact. No, I wouldn't. I'd send it to Norris, though. So, yes, I would.
All right. We need to get off this subject because things are getting a little bricky over here.
Yeah.
Speaking of issues with Mercedes.
No, it's horrible because it's Kimi, and I know that you said that he was going to have a fall off. And last week I'll say that yes. This week I'll say no, that it wasn't. I mean, that wasn't his fault. He's in the points. He's finishing in the points in this race, and his power unit goes out. Not his fault. They're just not having good luck right now.
I don't know what's going on. I mean, you go back to, what was it, last week with Russell.
Russell had this pretty much the same issue, but at least that was in qualifying and not the race. So
I love seeing the close-up of the tires and just all the rocks just swallowed up in those softies.
he jumped out of that car quick.
He did.
He got out, and I think it's because, I don't know if, because there was so much smoke, and I think that he thought that either the invisible fire got him,
Ricky Bobby, you're not on fire.
or that the car was on fire. So one of the two.
He's a youngster. He's scared. He's seen some 800-degree flames.
It would have been funnier, though, if he was running down the track ripping off all this racing stuff.
I hope, honestly, I love this kid, and I hope
Yeah.
he doesn't start losing confidence and start thinking about the turns, and he just keeps racing like a young kid that he is. But
He won't. He's going to be there to stay. He's going to be potentially another Maxi Verstappen. So
Really?
I think so.
You're going to take it that far. Mm-hmm. I think Isaac has something to say about that.
Well, Isaac could be there too,
Okay.
especially if he's Red Bull next year.
Now, we had a lot of good radio this week. A lot of good radio.
Oh, yeah.
And typically you're going to get good radio out of Hamilton. Max always is pouty little brat, and look at this graphic Boogie made. That's some good Lego AI stuff right there. I love it that Leclerc's the team's telling him after the safety car, all right, full push, and he's like, jackasses, it's what I'm doing.
Yeah, what else would I be doing?
This is
out
the
here?
car you built for me. These are the tires you put on, and I'm pushing. I don't know what else you want me to do.
And they'll say that on the radio to a lot of the drivers. Can you push any more? how much can you push? And they'll tell him like where they're losing time in different turns too. So,
Right.
but Leclerc knows, and they get frustrated. All that adrenaline,
Yeah.
they get frustrated. So I get it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're out there sweating your balls off, debating on dying on every turn, and you got some nerd in the box like, can you push it a little harder? He's like, why don't you get your ass in the car and push it, nerd? Sim racing all the time.
I don't know why it's got to be a nerd.
He's a nerd. If you're an engineer or you're on the freaking computer during the, you've seen those guys.
Okay,
Just
most of them are
staring up
nerds.
like, the degradation is a little high right now. These handsome fellas getting critiqued. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. And Hamilton.
I agree on this one too, because I thought that the safety car should have came off a lap earlier, and it did not. He's like, they're just out there wasting laps. I think this we talked about, safety car comes out, and those guys got to be just sitting in there waiting the whole time. And if there's not a safety car, they do nothing. So and they're hauling ass too.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, and they're right up on it. Oscar was like, are we going to get going here? I think he rear-ended him at one point, but I don't know. I think it's hilarious.
It's happened.
I think because of this kind of stuff, it's hilarious. He's getting pissed off. Speaking of pissed off, look at him shouting.
Yeah.
Look at his avatar right there shouting.
Well, he said, do we have any new tires? And they said yes. Now, they didn't say anything before they put the tires on what they were, which I think that he probably would have asked for a different tire. Maybe put a used set of softs on. They should have, but he was pretty upset that they put the hard tire on.
Here's my issue with this, and I agree with you, because the other guys went out there and used softs from qualifying and outperformed him. He came in fresh hards, and it wasn't the right tire for that track at all.
No, not one team put a hard tire on the whole race.
And if he's saying, do we have any new tires? Yes, they should say yes, but it's just hards. Okay, don't put those on. But he should also know. Four-time world champion, he's been racing long enough. He should know what tires his team has left based on what he's used.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that
It's not like they come with 50 sets of tires. You know exactly what you had coming in, what you've used in qualifying, what you've used in the race, what you have left.
I'll disagree just because the driver's there to drive, and then it's the team's responsibility to have a better strategy than that. So, I mean, that's just my opinion. I can't stop looking at this avatar. He's
so
pissed
mad.
off.
He's like, why the F have we, what is this tire? That's the hard, Max. Why are we on hard?
Yeah.
It was the only option, which it wasn't. Use soft would have been. Because at that point there was, 10 laps left when they switched?
9 when they start.
Yeah.
And you're using a soft tire for a regular lap, and then your push lap
For qualifying? Yeah,
so I know they had a used set somewhere lying around.
that had a lap and a half on
You're
it.
right next to every other garage. Just sneak over and grab something.
Steal them.
Yeah,
That's fine too.
I'd say borrow.
There are F-bombs all over this, so there's going to be fines, right? The FIA is all crazy about.
No, I think they're
Crossing
fine
that.
on the radio because
Oh, really?
they can. Yeah, they're fine on their team radio because on the TV they bleep it out.
Okay.
The biggest issue they have is when they're
The news conferences?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
those. So
And then Russell
they can
again.
swear away.
Don't know, mate. He just crashed into me. Did you?
Now, who's he talking about here?
Who? Russell?
Yeah. Max Verstappen.
You trying to get me angry again? I just calmed down from bitching about Max. And you're
Okay.
So I'm going to ask this question.
I
and
knew it,
there's
yep.
one answer, and if you say it wrong, I'm going to punch you in the face,
Okay.
which I won't because he would hurt me. Was
know what
Russell in the wrong at all on this?
I think
Why is it taking so
100% it was Russell's fault. He turned into him. Max had it. No, that's actually what Boogie was saying yesterday. I know he was just joking around back there, but no, this is. I think they told him to give him the position back.
Yep.
He slowed down like he was going to. And then I think at the last second, because he thought, I don't know what he thought, he ran right into him.
He thought Russell hit him,
Yes, when it was Leclerc.
but it was Leclerc, and
So
it
was
wasn't
like almost
even
getting back at him.
It wasn't even Leclerc that hit him. He hit Leclerc. You saw him nudge into Leclerc. No penalty for that. Immediately after that, they say give the position back because of the Leclerc incident. And then he's about to, and then he just kept staying straight.
Yeah.
So it wasn't at that point he didn't nudge into him. It was just he went into the corner
If you
and
look at
Russell's coming around. He just stayed straight right into
He
him.
didn't slow down at all. He didn't turn the wheel. And you can see Russell, he jerks hard on the wheels because he sees that Max is
Yeah.
not doing anything, and he was told that he was getting that position back. So,
Right.
no, and I think, do you think that the 10-second penalty, do you think that was too harsh, or do you think they should have
I think it was perfect.
I think they should have black flagged him.
Really?
I think so.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think if he would have damaged Russell's car enough, they would have. But I think that it was so intentional that they should have black flagged.
Okay, I can agree with that, and I'll kind of take almost like a hockey stance here. That if you hit a guy and he's injured due to a check, you're more likely to get a 5-minute major or game misconduct.
Yeah.
Because Russell was able to finish the race and didn't actually damage the car, I can see, okay, we'll do a 10. But I agree with you. If there would have been any damage there,
Yeah.
I think he gets black flagged. But I think a 5-second penalty, those happen all the time, and that's almost like track limits. That would be a slap on the wrist. He needed this. Took him from fourth before he gave the position, down to 5th, and then down to 10th.
Yeah, so he gave away a lot of championship points here. And if you listen to his interviews, he's like, it doesn't really matter. He doesn't think that that car is a contender for the world championship anyway.
So he just gives up. I love that. So if you're on top of the world and you're winning every race, it's easy to be cocky. And then the moment you think the car is not good enough and you can blame it on that, you just start not letting people pass when your team tells you. You start getting penalties, start pouting.
And when you're playing sim racing so much, as Max does, and he plays 30 hours of Mario Kart, these things are okay to do.
That's a great point. When Lando said that in the cool-down room, when he said, I've done that before in Mario Kart, and Piastri is in the middle, like, trying to not die laughing. But he's probably also thinking, Lando, don't you get free rides on Max's jet all the time? You probably don't want to piss him off.
Yeah, well, I mean, George Russell he made some pretty strong statements, too.
He was super pissed, and he should have been.
He said, he knows how many young drivers look up to Max.
He did say that.
And he's like, that's probably not good when Max is ramming you. It's just, yeah.
It's like my father telling me that I disappointed him and I'm a bad example for my kids.
George Russell's a good-looking man, too. I don't know why I'm saying that, but he is.
It was weird to say out of nowhere. So because of all this Max stuff,
Yes.
I think the only reasonable thing to do
Yes.
is to award him driver of the day.
100%. Yeah. No, I don't. The driver of the day is this dumbest thing all year. Get rid of that. Bring back the fastest lap. Get rid of the driver of the day.
Or I don't mind driver of the day, but
make it make sense.
Well, don't have the fans vote on it.
Yeah.
Because the fans are voting if it's a guy's home track, or they voted it for Hamilton. Like every time, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And maybe they're doing it as like a kind of comical, like as a joke. Like, because he was, they're starting to vote for him because they think it's
Go
funny.
do it, Max, because it's funny.
Because he crashed him, he smashed into him.
It should have been It should have been the Hulkenberg. He was the driver of the day, no matter, hands down. So
I mean, you can always say you start on pole and you win the race. Piastri is driver of the day, but you're raising that trophy. We know you're the best. But driver of the day to me is the guy that maybe surprised you the most or overcame a circumstance and go from 16th to 5th.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that I agree with you. And thank you for saying that. I appreciate that.
So, and then to go back to Max really quickly that we didn't touch on, he did get 3 more penalty points.
I wanted you to explain this to me because I know we got driver's license and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, so there's a 12-month period where you can only get, what is it? I think
12 points?
So it's 12 points, and he's at 11 right now. So he's got 3 more races. If he gets 1 more penalty point, he will have a race ban.
So it's kind of like a driver's license
Yep.
for me. You get points on your license. I think they come off after 3 years. So here, if he gets one today, that 1 point washes off 12 months from now. So it's a cumulative that some are adding, some are coming off. So right now he has 11, but he doesn't get one to come off until
3 races.
3 races from now.
Yeah.
So
after the home Red Bull track, I forgot what it is. Is it whatever? Yeah, Austria. Yeah.
So if he gets a single point on his license in
One
the next
race ban,
couple races,
that's not going to be good for Red Bull at all.
Well, it wouldn't be much different than what he did here. He got a point.
Yeah, and it's not like Yuki is going to get any points for Red Bull anyway, so it doesn't really matter. But if Max is gone, I mean, well, I don't. What do you think? He's got to be careful now.
I think
be really careful.
I think this whole situation and these blow-ups that are happening is the beginning of the end with Red Bull. I think there's been rumors out there, but I think this is just triggering it more.
Yeah.
He's frustrated. He's going to blame them for the hard tires. I think he's frustrated. He's just done.
He's done with that car. He's frustrated with that car. That car's not good. So.
I think if he'll give it a chance, and if that 2026 with the new design for everyone comes out and it's competitive, I think he'll be back on board. But if it's even a little bit off and he's struggling like this year, I think he's done with Red Bull. I think he'll be out before the contract, which is through, 28? I don't think he'll ride out the end of that contract.
Yeah, contracts don't mean anything in F1.
That's true. We've gone over that.
Let's get into our picks, man. I mean,
do we have to?
We went really fast, and we picked the podium, which is really hard.
Yes.
Okay, I'll give you that. We had to pick 1, 2, 3. I picked Max winning. The main reason I did is because he won in Spain, I think, 3 years before this.
Okay? So let me look at my notes
here. So I thought he was going to go for a 4B.
Yes, he won 3 straight, and the 2 prior to that, who would that have been?
Hamilton.
Yeah. So it's Hamilton, Max. He was going for the 4P.
Yeah, I put Norris at second. But you got that one right. Cha-ching.
Yes.
And then Hamilton,
I'll put it up there for you.
Hamilton, man, I thought that he was going to. I picked the wrong Ferrari. I don't know what I was doing there. So I went 1. It's not 0 for 3. So
no, it was decent. It was decent. I picked the right Ferrari.
Yes.
But that was all I did. I picked Lando to win.
Yeah.
Russell, I figured he'd
be second.
3 PG again.
Yeah, but he came in fourth. He did, he had a good race.
Norris, I had 1, he finished 2. I had Russell 3, finished 4. I was close on everything, and Leclerc I hit. So, again, 1 out of 3 for both of us.
I'll take 1 out of 3 every week, but especially picking the podium. I don't think that's too bad. So
no, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. It's not like we're picking who's going to finish in the top 10. We could do that next week.
Mm-hmm. Fine.
I like it. We're losers. Driver standings, where do we stand after this race?
Well, I know old Verstappen gave up a lot, but Piastri, Norris, man, they're starting to take that battle away from Verstappen now because of that. So
he gave up some, but he stayed in third.
Yes.
And it's going to take Russell a lot to pass him. Maybe if he gets a race ban, he could. But that Piastri Norris, there was a little separation now because he got 25 versus 18 points. So we were 3 points away. Now we're 10. So Piastri's up 10. Verstappen's sliding about 40 points back. Russell. Can the Ferrari boys, can Leclerc battle Russell? Could he finish fourth?
No, Leclerc is just, unless something drastic happens, Leclerc's staying ahead of Hamilton. And then Antonelli, I don't know what's going to happen.
And Hajar into 9th now.
And he popped up over Ocon.
He did. Yeah. And Stroll is well out of the top 10 now, which we've been waiting for to happen.
And I may be rooting for old Albon to pass Antonelli. So, just because I would like it to happen.
Yeah, no.
Because he's a Williams.
And I do. I like Sainz, Albon. That team's just kind of feel for him a little bit. I brought up Stroll. Do you want to talk about him at all?
Nope.
Because he wasn't in this race. He has hurt his little wristy, or was it his pride, or?
Who cares? He wasn't there. So it was great.
He's like, I'm going to qualify, and then qualify crappy, and then bitch about it, and then you can't substitute me because I did it too late. I don't care. Daddy will fix it.
Yeah, we don't have to see it. I know he had a blow up after qualifying, and they said had nothing to. He was throwing stuff. I think maybe he punched the wall.
Ooh.
That's just what I'm thinking.
We've talked about him too much already.
Team standings.
Mercedes, they're third. McLaren,
Well, we talked about this last week. Ferrari jumped up 2 positions.
Yeah.
So we said it was going to happen. I knew it was going to be 1 at least, 2 potentially, and because of Antonelli, because of
that
Max.
because of that car.
Yeah, because of the power unit.
Power unit issues they've had the last few weeks. I think that's going to be the battle.
Yep.
There's only 6 points separating them. That flip-flop just happened. I would not be surprised if Mercedes pops back up to 2 after Canada. I don't think that's out of line. I think McLaren is unbelievable how far ahead they are, 200 points ahead.
Racing Bulls gets over Haas.
Let's get into the most important part.
The most important part, Kick Sauber.
Kick Sauber, who's always 10th, jumps to 8th with, I can't remember what they did. Oh, yeah, Nico Hülkenberg gets 10 points in one race.
5. So because they're tied, do you know the reason why Kick Sauber is ahead of Aston Martin?
Well, it can't be alphabetical because a K is after an A. But I'm going to guess it's whoever had the most points in a single race.
It is.
Is it?
Whoever. Basically, no other. Aston Martin didn't finish 5th.
Okay.
So if Aston Martin had a person that was in 4th, then that would and they were tied, that would put them ahead. So.
I think it would be hard for Aston Martin to get someone in 4th because one guy doesn't even want to race anymore, and the other guy hasn't won since Jupiter's. So Jupiter takes, 12 years, I think, to do a full orbit around the sun?
Okay.
This was in the post-race coverage. It was a funny comment. Boogie put this in. He hasn't won a race since Jupiter orbited the sun.
Okay, that's...
So according to my calculations, that's, 2013 in Spain was the last time he won.
Okay.
12 years ago.
Exactly. Okay. Poor guy.
That's a long time.
I mean, he's on Aston Martin.
I know. And he's old. Super old.
He's the most experienced. I mean, I'll give him, he got points. That's all I, he got
such
points.
a rude slide.
It really is.
We rip on Stroll all the time because he sucks, and then we talk about Aston Martin, and then we're like, this idiot hasn't done anything. Jupiter's better than this guy. It's just some lifeless planet.
Throwing it out there.
Oh my God. I guess we'll just end on that because we're just dicks.
I have one last thing to say to all of the haters, all of the teams.
Okay.
How about that front flexi wing that everybody talked about and said that McLaren was going to come down the real life? And did that matter at all?
No.
So the other teams just need to shut their pie holes.
They have water in their tires. They have a flex wing.
That's what happens when you're the best team. People just constantly talk trash.
We're sporting them right now.
Oh, yeah. 1 and 2.
Not my favorite team, but I'm supporting him.
Yeah.
And they're dominant. So.
They are dominant, so.
I love you. And I love you.
Follow us on YouTube at the United States of F1 and on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at United States F1. Join us next time on USF1. Like and subscribe. Copyright Brugman Media Limited 2025. Love ya.